This is the Jenny Lind Children's Department, which is part of the Norwich Hospital. It is named Jenny Lind after a famous singer who came to Norwich a long time ago and raised money for ill children. There are two wards at the Jenny Lind, Buxton and the Day Ward. There is also an outpatients department where some of you have already been. My name is Nick, by the way. I have received a letter from the hospital to say when my operation will be. A few days before my operation, I went into the hospital to have my pre-admission assessment. I was shown this video, weighed, and had my blood pressure checked. A nurse asked me questions about my home life, and then I went to see the doctor, who asked me some more questions and checked my heart, ears and throat. Before I left, I had a quick look around Buxton Ward and saw the adolescent bay and day room. A few days later, I went back to Buxton Ward to have my operation. I was not allowed anything to eat or drink. This was explained to me in my letter. I was shown to the day room, where I waited for my nurse. When she arrived, she showed me my bed area, which included space for a parent to stay if I wanted them to. I was given a wristband with my name and hospital number on it, and a hospital gown. These are both needed for when I have my operation. My temperature was checked before I was seen by the anaesthetist. He's the doctor who looks after you during your operation. He works out the amount of anaesthetic medicine that is needed and wakes you up as soon as the operation is finished. Everybody is given Emla cream, otherwise known as magic cream, on the back of their hands. This cream numbs the skin, which helps you not to feel the tiny tube being put in when you go to theatre. This tube is called a cannula. The anaesthetist uses the cannula to give you your anaesthetic. Just before the person came to push my bed to the operating theatre, I put my gown on. I could have worn my own cotton nightwear, but I decided to keep them for when I returned to the ward. It took us about 5 minutes to get to the theatre. We went into the anaesthetic room and another nurse checked my wristband and put on some sticky pads called ECG leads that monitor the heart. I was allowed to have a parent or the ward nurse with me until I went to sleep. The nurse wiped the Emla cream off the back of my hand as it was now feeling numb. The cream really did help. I hardly felt the cannula at all. The anaesthetist, who I'd met on the ward, then gave me the anaesthetic and I quickly fell asleep. There was a room nearby where parents can wait until the operation is over. It seemed to me as if the time went very quickly. Before I knew it, I was waking up and I was able to have my oxygen mask taken off. My recovery nurse let my parent know that I was in the recovery area, and I was allowed one person to join me there. When I returned to the ward, I still felt a bit sleepy, but later on I had a small drink and then something to eat. When the doctors and nurses felt I had recovered from my operation, I was allowed to go home. Some people go on the same day, others stay longer. My doctor informed me of when I should be returning to school and other activities.